are two applications filed by the petitioners, my lord. One of them is to add a respondent, which is Jharkhand Staff Selection Commission, my lord. And the second is to add similar placed applicants, my lord, who are also, some of them are also parties before the High Court. This is regarding recruitment of teachers, my lord. The applicant, the petitioners are not opposing these applications.
This is 89428.
54607 and the other one is 89428. There are two applications that are listed today. One application, my lord, would find in the SLP paper book itself at page 235, which is for adding a respondent who is responsible for conducting the, releasing the advertisement, etc. Jharkhand Staff Selection Commission. And the other one is 89428. Only these two applications.
54605.
54607.
This is for
adding one party respondent, Jharkhand Staff Selection.
As respondent number 10.
The entire, if my lord would kindly have page 236 of the main paper book. I have stated the reason that why they are necessary and proper party here. Page 236 of the main paper book. Para 3 is important, my lord.
Yes.
Read, my lord.
At proposed respondent number 10.
Jharkhand Staff Selection Commission, through its chairman so-and-so, the state body responsible for conducting the examination, publication of the results, and is therefore an essential part of the said proceedings, and as such is necessary party to the instant proceedings, and its presence is crucial for the effective and complete adjudication of the issue.
But whether this party is selection board was not a party before the High Court?
The reason is this, Lord, and therefore we have moved an implement. When the writ petitioners, the SLP petitioners were also the writ petitioners, when they went to the Honorable High Court, Lord, their prayer was threefold. One, please direct the state to conduct a JTET examination, Jharkhand Teachers Eligibility Test. We are all CTET qualified, Central Teachers Eligibility
But
Test.
ultimately the body conducting examination was the same, Jharkhand Staff Selection Commission, even at that time. So if that was your prayer, then at that time also Jharkhand State Commission was necessary party.
CTET, the JTET is conducted by the Commission, my lord, but it is conducted pursuant to the advertisement. When I went to the High Court, my lord, there was no advertisement at that time. So the initial writ that was filed, that was only seeking a direction to the Honorable, to the government, that please conduct this examination because the examination has not happened for the last so many years. Thereafter, my lord, when the order was passed, the impugned order was passed, on the state's submission, my lord, the writ petitions were disposed of. Now the Jharkhand Staff Selection Commission is proceeding ahead with the recruitment process, my lord. Why?
Doing advertisement.
It's already issued, my lord. The examination is also done. And we all have participated in the examination, but they are not including me, my lord. So therefore...
But Mr. Counsel, now this entire texture is changed.
The texture...
See, when you approach High Court, there was no advertisement conducted. It was only you were before High Court seeking direction to initiate the process. Initiate the process.
Three of them were filed after the advertisement came in. So there were 4 writ petitions.
The 4 petitions were decided by common order
in our favor, giving the decision in favor of the petitioners. Then some third parties challenged the said order before this Honorable Court. And that order was passed directing Jharkhand Staff Selection Commission, which my lord would see that relevant part of the order at page 181, wherein Jharkhand Staff...
When the High Court disposed of these petitions by common order, this fact that the advertisement was issued and some prayers to that effect pursuant to advertisement also made in the other petition, any reference in that order?
That is this. The Honorable High Court, without getting into the merits, disposed of the order by a statement of the Advocate General. So if my lord would just see that 2-page, very short impugned order, my lord would kindly come to page 9. Before that, it's all memo of parties.
Okay.
The relevant, it starts at 9 and then page 10 is page 11 is very, very important, my lord. Para 6. that it is not disposed of on merits, but it is disposed of on a statement made by the learned advocate general, wherein at para 6 it is stated, may I read, my lord?
Yes.
However, in course of the hearing of these writ petitions today, learned advocate general appearing for the state would submit that he has received oral instructions that the state is willing to relax the criteria for eligibility as far as the candidates having CTET examination, which is me, certificate with the stipulation that in future date they'll have to clear the state TET examination, and those persons should be resident of Jharkhand, since the law provides that every year there should be a TET examination, and for the last so many years there has been no examination for testing the eligibility of the aspirants to be appointed as teachers. We are of the opinion that not only those candidates who have CTET certificate and residents of Jharkhand, but also residents of Jharkhand having other qualification and having state examination certificate of any other neighboring state should also be given a chance to appear in the examination, and certain stipulations should be proposed thereafter. And then, my lord, kindly come to page 12, para 8. We further direct that those residents of state of Jharkhand who are otherwise eligible to appear in the examination and hold a CTET certificate, which is me, my lord, or a certificate issued by the neighboring states having resident of Jharkhand shall be allowed to appear in the ongoing process, with the further stipulation that the state shall ensure the examination if it is not held within so and This is the order passed on the statement made by the learned advocate general. So when this matter came up for hearing, my lords, all of this was showed to the honorable bench, my lords, and the learned division bench on 7th March 25 issued notice in the present matter, my lord. So therefore, after that, my lord, because there are some steps being taken ahead, and the next step would be to file an application for directions, my lord, as a procedural part, my lord. These two applications have been filed. One, to add them as a respondent, which no one really has an objection to, my lord, and add similarly placed applicants as petitioners, my lord, because some of them were before the High Court, and their ground and their grievance and the prayer is exactly the same.